Hey guys, so we are in our final unit. We are in Unit 8, and this is about plant management. And this lesson is just an introduction talking about getting ready to plant, which is pretty great timing because if any of you are gardeners or your family are gardeners, you're probably, and if you're in South Texas, you probably have already planted your garden. I'm up in North Texas, so we're probably going to get going next week. We've already got, our cool weather plants going like onions, Brussels sprouts, and cabbage, and arugula and spinach. But your corn, our corn is soon to be planted, and squash and all of those good things. So this says it's time to get your hands dirty. You've learned how to propagate plants, irrigate them, and fertilize them. But managing plants and planting sites is the dirty day-to-day work. It takes a lot of work and maintenance to manage plants. They're labor intensive and it requires a lot of care. So preparing for planting. Okay, if you've ever gone to a nursery or landscaping facility, even strolled through the garden center at Home Depot or Walmart, you've probably seen something like this. Okay, so this is how plants, are transported or carried and are sold. They're going to be in containers, and some are in flats, which are like little trays. They can be all sorts of sizes. Usually, the larger the size of the pot, the more that plant is going to cost because more time and fertilizer and effort has been put into that plant. So previous plants or units have covered a lot of information about starting seeds and propagating plants. Remember, propagating is just growing those plants. But plant managing requires more knowledge. You need to know what to put your plant in. So remember, there's lots of different medium options whenever it comes to what to put the plants in. So might be a gardening soil. If you're planting a cactus, you're going to need a cactus soil, something with better drainage. So you can purchase sterile planting media at any gardening center. It's already sterilized before. You can also sterilize or eliminate any microbes found in planting media yourself in a microwave or oven. That's just making sure that that's the best environment for those plants. So it tells you how to do it in the oven or the microwave. Honestly, I just get it from the bag and I plant it that way, and I haven't had any issues with that. Now, obviously, if you are planting a garden, you don't need to take all of your soil and sterilize it, okay? So not all plants are planted in sterile medium. They're planted directly in the garden, in the ground, garden field, or other outdoor space. Obviously, that soil is not sterile. In fact, it should have a lot of different things going on. You still need to prepare the soil for planting, and that looks different. So this is a tiller, and that's a machine that's a hand tiller. So one that you can operate. Or you may see it like a plow, and that's where it's going to break up the ground and products loose and turn up the soil. So this is a great thing to get done before you plant. Many planting tests require that you dig space to plant. Every plant has their own requirements. So make sure you read the back of the seeds. It may be a couple inches, it may be a couple feet. So you need to be aware of what that plant needs. If you plant, say, your corn doesn't need to be that deep. It just needs to be like an inch to half an inch. If you plant it too deep, that corn is not going to sprout up. It's never going to be able to come out of the ground. So you need to pay attention to those things. When you're using hand tools or working in the garden or growing, just be careful. It is extraneous. You can do harm and injury, so take it easy. There are some PPE and things that you need to wear. Use the tools correctly. Don't twist your back and stress yourself out. Be smart. Take breaks when needed. Gardening is a great exercise. Great way to stay active. Use smaller tools, those little small trowels are what they're called, for planting bulbs and other plants. But it does require a lot of time on your knees, so some knee pads are recommended.